All right, we are going to look at problem number 20. This is one that has been asked a few times on the review, and it says the graph of the function f, that's what that picture is on the left, which has a domain of 0 to 7, is shown in the figure. The graph consists of a quarter circle of radius 3 and a segment with a slope of -1. Let b be a positive number such that the integral from 0 to b equals 0. What is the value of b? So what this is asking, and what I didn't take a picture of, is this is a calculator question. Obviously, look at those decimals. What this question is asking is, we know that this area above the curve is positive, and we're trying to find an area under the curve, wherever that value ends up, so that the red area and the blue area added together equals 0, meaning they're the same area. So let's start by finding that area of the semicircle, and we know that area would be pi r squared divided by 4, so 9 pi fourths. And so what I want is that area to equal this blue area. Well, now let's think about this blue area for just a second. If we consider this dimension, I'm going to call this length x. I don't know where x is going to end up, but I know it's going to be a value of x. Now, what I know about this is this has a slope of -1. So if I were to stop x right there, then this dimension going down on the y-axis would also be x. So really what I have is a triangle that would be 1/2 x squared. Okay, so that would be the area of the blue region. And so my job is to get this 9 pi over 4 to equal x squared over 2. Now I'm going to solve this. And so multiplying both sides by 2, I get 18 pi over 4 equals x squared. Taking the square root of both sides, we get x equals plus or minus, although we're only going to consider the positive, square root of 18 over 4. So doing the math in my calculator, I get the square root of, make sure you use good order of operations here in your calculator. I get that x equals 3.7599. So let's call that 3.760. Now be very careful. Look at one of the answer choices. One of the answer choices is 3.760. That looks terrible, so I'm going to rewrite it. But the problem is that's not the value. Keep in mind, we're starting at 3 and adding an x value of 3.760 to get the value. So since it asks what is the value of b, if we're going from 0 to that value, we would need to add that to the 3. So the answer to that would be the 6.760. I just crossed right through the 6, but hopefully that helps a little bit.